Well, hello again, everybody, and good afternoon, and welcome to La Sagesse. It's a beautiful place in St. George's, Grenada, Windward Islands T20 tournament. And the first match for today, St. Lucia beating Dominica. Now match number 2 would feature the defending champs, the T20 Grenada, going up against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's take a run through quickly. We can tell you that St. Vincent won the toss, and they would have sent in Grenada to bat. Grenada is led by Afi Fletcher and Anissa Mohammed. Cassie Williams is there. She was nursing an injury on Wednesday, but she seems to be all right. She's the wicketkeeper. She's there. Rachel Francis. Teresa Thomas is a substitute with Brittany Pascal, and they're not playing, of course. And Delisha Francois, Aria Fortune, Shanton Charles, Janelle Charles, and Tyrell. Jada Tyrell, Karina Noel, Raquel Williams, and Holly Charles. That's Grenada.
Janela Glasgow, Kimon Homer, Aisha Williams, Aisha Durant, Tracy Byron, Anika Westfield, Delita Bentic, Jenna Frederick. Well, these two are out, in fact. That's Westfield and Bentrick, Gina Frederick. Also on Chanel McKee, Danella Crease, Shoma Wright Kwashi. The wicketkeeper, of course, is Boucher. So that's the lineup there for, of course, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the match early on today, where, of course, St. Lucia demolished Dominica. This should be an interesting encounter here.
Of course, Grenada making some quick changes early because opening the batting is Rachel Francis and Aria Fletcher. So Aria would have normally gone at number 3, but she is opted to open the batting here in this most important encounter. So she's leading from the front, Afi Fletcher, and with her outside there is Rachel Francis. So that's the opening pair for Grenada. And for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, there she is wearing number 21. That's Janela Glasgow. So Grenada would know how this wicket is playing. It's almost a batting haven. Almost immediately, Fletcher looking to get on with it. Been beaten for bunks outside the off-stump there.
Nice afternoon this. The sun has really come out in ethereal glory. Beautiful sunshine. Just ideal, of course, for the players out there. I don't think it's too hot. It's a little bit, there are some cloud covers, but no suggestion of rain. Lovely day. The bales have just fallen off. Might have been a gush of wind, or maybe it was not put on, they were not put on securely as they should, but all is well.
Just going to take a quick look at the weather forecast because it's important because, as you see, the threat of rain, no threat of rain just yet, but some cloud cover.
Yeah, Fletcher would want to be careful here, meaning that we know it's 2020 cricket, but you don't have to try to hit the ball too hard. It's important to be positive, yes, but make sure that timing be more important and supersede power. This is the power play, very important time of the match.
It's 31 degrees outside there in the open with no protection. It could feel like 35.
Right.
And partly sunny and very breezy. Well, it has held true to form according to our friends at AccuWeather.
Very nice. Picture perfect day. There is a third man right back on the boundary. Just a one slip in, backward point. Cover, extra cover, more short, and a mid off.
That's the third time she has hung a bat outside there looking for the expansive shot and making no connection at all. The bowler would be very encouraged by this.
You could see the ploy here. The ploy by Glasgow is to push it just outside the off stump, making sure that it stays within that guided line. And with a packed offside field, Fletcher would have to be very precise in threading that rather strong offside field. Wraps on the path. There is an appeal for leg before. Might have been just slanting down the leg side, or might have been on the higher side too. This one was the first delivery that attacked her body onto the line of the leg stump. And looking maybe just to turn it out on the onside. So I think 5 deliveries gone. Not usually you see 5 deliveries gone in the first over, not a run on the board.
Afi Fletcher trying to get on with it very early. I'm not quite sure if that is the right approach just yet. Ooh, living dangerously.
Yeah, no foot movement at all. First over gone. Grenada. No run on the board. Well, they've not lost the wicket either.
We had a debutant this morning, actually, a substitute fielder this morning in the commentary booth. Samuel Charles, he was our substitute fielder in the commentary booth. Hung around for a little bit because C.R. John was on his lonesome this morning for a little bit.
So how did Samuel do?
He got an A for effort.
Great. Okay.
He got an A for effort.
We all got to start some way.
Yes.
That's correct.
So he got a few pointers during the break, and he seems more elated now than when he even started to want to get on with it. So maybe he's looking at something after his playing days. He plays for Cinnamon Pacers, I think it is, in the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10, or the Ginger Generals. The Ginger Generals. He plays for the Ginger Generals, and he also plays some club cricket in St. David. Played for Grenada as well.
Did.
Yes.
Good wicket keeper. So this is going to be second over. This one is going to be bowled by Byron. Francis will be taking strike. Francis left-handed, tall figure. She does move with an air of confidence, I dare say, Francis. Had a good knock a couple of days ago before it was tragically run out. Well bowled. Not equal to the task, bat and pad. Close together. Pushing it up on the onside for the bowler to pick up on her follow through.
Keep going, all day.
I like to hear the Vincentians talk. There's something about their accent. I don't know. Is it confidence I'm hearing? I'm not sure, but I just like to hear them.
Yeah, they will go for a quick single. They've got to hurry. And, she was just ambling on the onside. They will, in fact, get an overthrow, quite fortunately. But I think the fielder coming in there quickly saw that Francis was just ambling down the track. She got there, yes, but threw at the non-striker's end. The ball hit the stumps and ricocheted out on the offside, and they got a single. Well, they ended up getting 2. It's one of those laws, of course, that Jason has met quite a great deal of criticism over the years. You're punished for having hit the stumps.
I suppose everything with surgical precision. Know when to hit the stumps and know when to not hit the stumps.
I just think there is a bit of unfairness there, though. You've made every effort. You've come in very cat-like, pick up the ball, swooped on it, throw out the non-striker's end, hits the stumps, bails this large batter in the crease, goes out for an extra run. Oh, as if being to be chided for having done something spectacular.
Afi Fletcher didn't have the best of knocks the last time she played, so she would want to really put her head down and score some runs here for Grenada.
Good single, really good running. And it does show again, Jason, how important it is to rotate the strike, turn it over. Not always the belligerent shots and the big booming drives. Sometimes you just need to play with angles. Push in front of you or open the face of the bat, turn the face of the bat onto the ball and look for angles. And that one was just pushed up on the offside and got a single. Well played. We're in over number 2.
Well, Stevenson Holmes speaking about the geometry of cricket, knowing your angles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so important. There are all sorts of dynamics. Of course, there must be a mental awareness of where the fielders are. That's important. And it's more than knowing where the fielders are, but how to be able to place the ball to the left or right.
Well, this time she's placed this one over and all the way for 4. That was a brutal strike.
Yeah, there was disdain about that, really, and that would be 4 on any ground. Lovely shot. And it was hand-eye coordination and lifted it over the extra cover area, went down to the boundary for 4, fine shot. So the first real aggressive shot there played by Afi Fletcher. 2 overs gone, 9 without loss.
Grenada, the defending champions of this version of the game, the T20, they would really love to win this one after letting St. Lucia off the hook and giving up what would have been an easy victory on Wednesday, you thought?
Yeah, it wasn't a big total. I repeat, it was a working total. Defended stoutly by St. Lucia, but Grenada made a meal of it. They really should have chased that down, if not comfortably, but at least give them a greater effort than what they displayed. The long on is pushed right back on the boundary.
Oh, tantalizing, you call that? Very tantalizing.
Yeah, it came back into the left-handed Francis. Is that the droning of an aircraft we're hearing?
Sounds like it. Even
Yes,
with the aid of
sounds
my
like
glasses,
it.
I'm not seeing anything up in the sky, so.
It's probably directly overhead.
We use some of the best microphones here, so we pick up sound easily. Oh, that's a thick outside edge, a healthy edge, 4 runs, but dangerous. Safe in the end, but dangerous. But maybe in this form of the game, Stephen runs are runs.
Yes, and that's the thing. And I like what I saw there by Francis from the context that she drove hard at it. If you're going to go after it, if it's wide and you're going to go after it, it must not be tentatively. You must go with tremendous power. And she did. Peeled off the outside edge and went down to third man for 4.
She's not a small lady by any chance, so if she's going after it hard, trust me, she's going after it hard.
Yeah, Glasgow is just asking her deep backward square to go a little wider, and the third man is pushed right back on the boundary. Beautifully bowled, well bowled. Just enough carry, enough bounce, just a little outside the off stump. That can challenge any batter.
Male or female?
Male or female, that's right.
Just bat. 3 more.
She's a good cricketer, Glasgow, isn't she? I mean, she's played for the West Indies, she's played for Windward, she's maintained good composure in this tournament as well.
Yes, and got just the athletic ability, good build. Way outside the off stump, wide, confirmed by the umpire. This time you can see her pushing that trying to push it across the batter's body. But I think this fell away a little bit, pushed it too far across, wide confirmed by the umpire. Yes, you could see the athletic ability in her.
I don't know.
Well streamlined as a fast bowler.
It's going again. She's going. It will run out. Surely it will go for 4. Yes, it does. Thick outside grass there, but nothing to prevent that from going. And Francis in a no-nonsense mood.
Yeah, it was pitched up. And again, she went hard at it. I don't think she wanted that ball, Jason, to go that square. I think she aimed maybe just about cover square, but it peeled off. The intention was good. It was a safe shot, I dare say, and it yielded 4. She's gone very nicely now to 12. Couple of boundaries there. So Glasgow is coming in for a bit of a beating. A first over was a maiden. So 9 have already been taken off her bowling in the second over.
Again, looking to be very explosive. But Francis only able to get a single as it squeezed between her and the wicket.
And went down to fine leg. That's not where she was aiming, really. Took the inside under edge portion of the bat and went down to the shortish fine leg. They got a single, though. Fletcher was very keen to come for the single. It was her call. And good response by Francis. This over proving to be a bit expensive.
That's a good delivery, but well played, good Yorker length delivery. So she's thinking as a bowler, this Janella Glasgow. She's been mixing it up just a little bit, sometimes maybe a little too much, but it shows that she's thinking. Bringing up the end of the over after 3, Grenada a 20 without loss.
We're at 6.67 runs per over, which is rather healthy. And 3 overs already gone in the power play. So this is a good start. Good start. These two would be advised to stay there, be positive. And you heard Fletcher, in fact, admonishing or encouraging, rather, Francis to stay there. And it's so important when two players can be at the middle and encouraging one another, be in constant communication. But I can tell you about another pair, the best that the West Indies ever produced, and I'm talking about Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes, who had a mysterious system of communication. They didn't say very much to each other while batting. A nod of the head, a look at each other, and they were able to interpret what was being said non-verbally.
I think that was a greater part of the success of the West Indies when you have that at the top. Then Fletcher, brutal in her striking, almost carrying to the fielder, but it will roll out to the boundary now. She's operating with some kind of animosity towards these bowlers today.
Yeah, it was driven hard. Fielder extra cover really should have done a little better, but I must admit, it did travel quite quickly. And it went down to the boundary for 4. A sweeper is now pushed there because Fletcher is seen intentionally looking to pierce that offside field. Tucks that one down to straightish deep mid wicket and gets a single. The field will change over now for the left-handed Francis. who has been equally aggressive. She's 13. The run rate now 7.50. So this is healthy. A really nice day though for cricket. Although quite frankly, I prefer it out here where I am.
That's a good delivery. Well bowled, well played, well fielded. Good day for cricket, and that was good cricket.
Yes, Byron pitching that one almost into the block hole. And don't forget, Francis is a tall batter, so she had to come down rather heavily on it. Good battle out there, really good battle.
Beaten there for pace and bounce, beaten for bounce more than anything else. This one lifting, she was able to get a little lift on this. She's a short bowler, Byron, but able to generate some lift on this.
Got an outside edge, and the outstretched hand of the keeper to her left wasn't able to turn it into a catch, but fielded that short third man. Field changing over again, for this time for the right-handed Fletcher, who's on 11. So played well so far. Pulls that. That has gone down to the deep, long off boundary and is gone for 4. But I think she was looking to tuck that more so maybe down to the mid-wicket area. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think she wasn't looking to go there. I think she was trying to go a lot straighter, actually.
Okay.
But
might have came onto her a little quicker than expected, maybe. But it yielded 4. Really aggressive intention here by Fletcher, who's now gone past Francis.
Showing her ability to be delicate on a stroke play as well.
Well, the end of the 4th over, 4 overs gone. And it's 30 without loss.
Oh, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I'm looking at them, and since we first saw them on Sunday, I get that they're a lot bouncy in the field. Their confidence is always up in the field. They look very dangerous in the field. They attack the balls coming to them in the field. And Grenada will do well to get some runs inside this power play, because after the power play, I think the captain, Glasgow, will have the opportunity to do a whole lot more with the field, as she wouldn't be as restricted. And some of these runs are going to dry up. So Fletcher and Francis would want to get as much as they can inside these overs.
Yeah. But then there's another advantage, another flip side to it, of course, from the context that the field now spread gives opportunities for 1s and 2s. Now, batters got to be able to see that and capitalize on that. So when the field is in, obviously you can go over the top. You can yield quite a lot within that power play. But when the restriction comes, then you've got to know exactly what you need to do. New bowler Kwashi. They go through for a quick single. They've got to hurry. The return comes into the keeper. And you can hear Affie Fletcher calling quite early. Yes, let's go for it. And they got a good response by Francis. Both batters now on 15. Good start. 31 without loss.
Well, they've had their troubles in running between the wickets, this Grenada team. And what we've seen so far between Fletcher and Francis says that they had some talking over the last couple of days, because they're behaving like a well-oiled machine outside between the wickets now.
Yes, the coordination has been quite outstanding between these two. They've ran well. Driven up to long off by Fletcher. Got a full toss. And didn't look to go airborne, but rather just pushed it easily. And again, confirming what can be done when the field is now spread and softened, opened a bit. Look for 1s and 2s. And take up the odd boundaries.
Full toss, I think she could have probably gone a lot straighter with that one. Could have hit it anywhere, really. Maybe coming a little bit straighter would have yielded 4 runs.
Well, she turned out to be on the back foot. Should have been on the front foot to that delivery. Yes. Like so many left-handers, Jason, tend to favor the back foot.
That's it.
It's good tidy bowling so far from Kwashi.
Just 2 runs coming in her over so far, and 1 to go. So she would want to keep this tight. Push down to long off. Gets a comfortable single. Over comes to an end. And after some 6 overs, it's now 33 without loss.
Grenada looking threatening. It's a good start. A start like this should get them over 150, 160 easily. May very well be a whole lot more than that. A good start for them. General Glasgow leading St. Vincent. Another bowling change. So Glasgow has given her bowlers, her 2 opening bowlers, just 2 apiece. One to keep them fresh. Herself, she bowled 2 for 1 made in 11 runs. And Tracy Barron, 2 for 19. And immediately, she has changed and brought in Kwashi from the commentary booth end. And now this looks like Durant. Durant would come in from the main road end or the B end.
No, nothing. That's it.
First delivery spot on.
Yeah, these girls are more chirpy than the boys, you know.
That's it, Nai.
Not surprising, is it?
It's part of their nature, I suppose.
I would agree with that. And that's complimentary, I dare say, so hope our listeners don't pick us wrong here.
That's a drifting down leg. Not been called a wide by the umpire. Did brush something, but maybe seeing something outside there. Durant seeing something on or about the leg stump.
Just must have brushed the pad on his way to the keeper.
Durant has good height, which means she would have good reach to take the spinner off her line. And yeah, she did use that reach all right, and that reach has yielded 4 runs. That's a good shot. She got to the pitch of it nicely, turned it into a full toss, and slugged it through the onside for 4.
Advanced down the track too. If you notice, there she's coming forward. Yes, just advanced, got it on the full, and pulled it the wrong backward square. Good shot. What's a bad delivery though?
Nothing. That's it.
Yeah, this is a good start by Grenada. 37 without loss so far. Final delivery coming up in this over. Down the track. And drives up to long on. Gets a comfortable single. Good use of the feet to bring up the over. The end of the over, that is. So, at the end of it, 6 overs gone. 38 without loss.
The noise you're hearing coming through our microphones, of course, aggregates, trucks with aggregates. A lot of construction taking place at these parts. Stevenson, you know about that?
Yes, in fact. Don't be surprised, you know, Jason, if in a few years from now, St. David's would become a hub of activities. Don't be surprised about that. The potential of this village is quite astounding. It's quite great. Still untapped in many areas. not lost his virginity in some areas.
Well, the current Prime Minister is from St. David.
That's correct.
He would love to hear you say that. Even one more time, he might think, well, just maybe there's another opportunity here for him to do something extra special in his constituency, the parish of St. David.
That's correct. He was born in Piti Esperance.
The hill, we showed our viewers a photo of that church up on top of the hill up there, Piti Esperance. And that's the village in where our sitting Prime Minister was born, up on top of those hills there. And quite sure that, well, I know he is a cricket lover as well.
I'm sure we're going to get a shot at that. And that church with the steeple, at some point we're going to get a shot of it. Our cameraman, Colin, is going to give us something a little later on, I would suspect. Driven up too long off for a single. Well played, Fletcher.
Yeah, this is how you want to see her playing, actually, because this shows her true competence. I mean, she can give it a belting if it is required, but more importantly, she can stroke it around and just work the singles, work the gaps, and quickly this total will balloon without the loss of a wicket. Fletcher is capable of that. Indecision, this could be dangerous.
Oh, there's going to be trouble here. Gone. Gone. Well. Was there going to be a single there? There's start and stopped and stuttered. Francis in the end goes disconsolately back, whips off her gloves. And Grenada has lost her first wicket. 40 for 1 with Francis just being run out. Tragically too.
I think if you're going to go, you might as well go. I mean, go for it, because had Affy Fletcher gone, just maybe the fielder would have been under a little bit more pressure. But she started, she stopped, and that indecision always turns out to be a bad thing. If you're going to go hard. Yes is yes, no is no. But starting and stopping, you don't put on the brakes. You don't put on the brakes. When you're going, you go hard.
Yeah, I thought it was an ugly run-out, really. And earlier on in the batting, the calling was very good. And just that one where it was messed up brought about Francis's downfall. So she's gone for 22 of 25.
Karina Noel comes in to join Captain Affy Fletcher. Fletcher is there on 17. And Karina Noel will join her, and immediately she's called into action.
Yeah, 17 of 29 is Fletcher. But it got off the team to a good start, batting start, that is. Fletcher and Francis.
I need to come closer. I need to come. One more. Oh, coming. Yeah.
Working things out themselves out in the middle there. The Vincentians working themselves out, talking to each other, saying, maybe I should have done this, I should have done that. The team showing a lot of confidence.
Communication is key. They're doing that out there, though.
Oh, Fletcher is gone again. Just one.
They've got to hurry. It comes to the non-striker's end. Ooh, made a bit of a muddle. She might have gotten home, and they're going to think about coming for the third. They don't.
Oh, she should have done a whole lot more with it. Maybe just playing it a little bit later or a little bit earlier would have yielded 4 runs, because it went straight to the fielder. On either side, it would have been a different result. But looking back and running, and it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Run out is in season.
It's always recommended, Jason, that you take your first run quickly, especially if you see that opportunity for a second. Right, so that's a church that the Prime Minister attended as a young boy. St. David's Roman Catholic Church. Beautiful picture that. Wonderful steeple. Colin, nobody does it as well as him, Jason.
mention, they call him. But you have a book out speaking about the rise of Deacon Mitchell as a prime minister.
Yes, and I've got that photo in the book.
Oh, that's dangerous. Affy Fletcher. Not Affy Fletcher, sorry, Karina Noel. On the back foot. It's dangerous. You want to come forward. Yeah, you would have escaped, but you want to come forward.
Yes, he spent his boyhood days in Petite Esperance. The Prime Minister grew up there with his grandmother before migrating to Labyrinth, St. Paul's for some time. So there is a call for 2. They've gone for 1. They're going to come back for the second. She's got to hurry. The return comes in, not a good one. And they will, in fact, come for the third.
Well, this is the best communication and running we've seen between the wickets from Grenada. I mean, as you rightfully said, not very long ago, you've got to run the first one hard, with purpose. And from there, a lot of things could happen.
That's correct. Put pressure on the fielder. Very often, when pressure is put on the fielder tends to take his or her eyes off the ball. That's why it's important to run your first run very quickly.
Yeah! Jenna!
So ones and twos and a 3. Coming very easy here now for Grenada. They're working the ball in the gaps and picking up runs. The score moves to 48 for 1. We're still inside over number 8.
Well, they're scoring just over 6 runs per over, and they've got a landmark just in sight. They're looking to post that landmark of 50 for no further loss, I would think. Yeah, good sensible cricket, really sensible cricket there by Fletcher, just turning it around the corner to pick up a single. Played it with soft hands, rather skillful use of the wrist.
When you play cricket at the highest level, you've got to be able to stamp your authority when you're down in these little league games, so to speak. You've got to be able to show your class.
Yeah!
Good single, very good single. Good call by Fletcher. And Fletcher, of course, is of East Indian descent. And they say that when it comes to wrist work, the
Come
East
on, now.
Indians,
This one is yours.
gosh,
Keep bowling,
such
man.
supple wrists they got. 50 posted now, 50 for 1. Little rip of applause and acknowledgement around the ground. Just a few spectators here. Down the leg side, they will go for the single wide, signaled by the umpire.
Outside.
Should have cashed in on that one.
There's no protection outside there once you beat the fielder in short square leg for Fletcher. No protection outside there. It would have gone for 4.
Quite easily, just to help it with the tide. Missed out. Driven up the long off. We'll get a single there, Noel, which has brought her tally to 4. The over has come to an end. Some 8 overs gone. And it's 53 for 1, Grenada.
I'm coming over here.
Roger Davis and Sean Manwarin, the 2 umpires outside there in charge of operations.
Where did you go to church, Jason, as a young boy growing up?
Monjulu Roman Catholic Church, very early. Then after that, migrating to the capital city, the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. And since then, as a grown man now, I'm attending the New Life Fellowship Pentecostal Church.
It's been an evolution, so to speak.
And a massive one at that.
Yes. Well, you're there with the late Sidney Charles.
Of course.
Bishop Sidney Charles.
Oh, of course.
Wonderful man he was, wasn't he?
of
Lovely
course.
man he was.
It's a good shot from Noel. It's a great shot. Maybe she should have opted to come a little bit straighter. Would have gotten a lot more, but a good-looking shot up to mid-off for 1.
Good batting. Run rate 6.61, so it's rather healthy. Give that in the air, down to the long. It's going to drop just in front of the fielder, and they get one. I still think that there could have been a better effort on the part there of, that's Homer down there at long on. Should have made a bit more coverage. You've got to take those. You've got to move in and take those.
It's a good signal.
And then off.
Yes, you may have heard, listeners may have heard me talk about Bishop Sidney Charles, was a wonderful gentleman who was rather philanthropic and always kind and friendly and had always a good word to give.
Oh, that's a good delivery. Fletcher did well to keep it out. Still got a single.
Yeah, she's just admonished Noel to keep going. Good drive. Hit the ball on the run. Saw the opportunity for the single, although there was a shortish mid-off coming across quickly, but couldn't cut it off.
Fortune favors the brave. That was very close. Getting hand to that ball would have maybe sung a different song, but well, no reward without risk. Fletcher's going. Just one.
Over comes to an end, just called there by the umpire, and 9 overs gone, 59 for 1. Fletcher is 26, and she's 26 of 21 balls. A lot would depend upon her. Francis went via the route by McKee. She went for 22, and Karina Noella's joined Fletcher out there, and she's 7 of 8.
So not bad at all, and more importantly, St. Vincent keeping the extras to a minimal. Now in this competition that we've seen over the last couple of days, extras was really a plague for almost all the teams so far when they're bowling. St. Vincent and the Grenadines doing pretty well. So far only 4 extras in this innings of 9 runs. That's good.
Why could not have that been done in the longer versions?
Maybe the sun was too hot on those days, I'm not sure. Can't find a reason.
But there were far too many, Jason. Really far too many.
Inexcusable. So, new bowler being introduced. Zevan Stevens. More spin for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as she comes.
Oh, the catch has been taken. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. It looked for a fleeting moment as though that would go over the deep backward square boundary. Came around from deep mid-wicket, made, I would think, about 20 yards to her right, and took a stunning catch. Absolutely marvelous. Wonderful catch. Wow. She was jubilant after taking the catch. Oh, I would love to see that again. I love the coverage, the fact that she was able to make such coverage to her right and pluck that ball out of the air. That was a fantastic catch. Oh.
I was sure it was going for 6.
Oh, my golly. Great catch it was. Well. Took the catch and then she just took off like that.
Well, the shot doesn't do her any justice, really, because, I mean, she had to come so far to get it. I mean, we all thought it was gone for 6, but that was just brilliant cricket. She traveled some distance, Stevenson.
Took an absolute blinder. Wonderful. So Fletcher's gone for 26. Brilliantly. caught down at the deep square boundary.
Grenada are 59 for 2 at the start of over number 10. 59 for 2.
So it was Crease that ran across there and took that great catch.
Remember, we made the point earlier on that St. Vincent, they've been on their toes in the fields, and they've been fielding pretty well for this entire tournament. So it's a good catch. Not totally surprised, but I can understand why she would take it. They've been good in the field.
Jason, I think I'd like you to go into the superlative. So I don't want you to underrate that catch.
No, I'm not. It was a brilliant catch, but I'm saying, I am just not too surprised because I've seen them moving around in the field and they've been on their feet. They've been on the ball of their feet in the field. So it was a brilliant catch, but she made it actually look easier than it was because of the amount of ground that she covered. She covered a lot of ground to get their crease.
Yeah, quite spectacular. So Fletcher cut crease, bowls team. Went for 26, 59 for 2.
Yes, that's it. Call them off. Let's go, ladies.
So the umpires are asking the ladies to come. They were all in a huddle. Of course, discussing their strategies. And the umpires saying, hey, girls, let's go. Let's keep the game going. You'd call this even Steven? Or too early to call? 59 for 2.
59 for 2 and
9.1 overs.
I'm thinking St. Vincent and the Grenadines may have just a little bit of an edge. In the 10th over, 59 is maybe about 15 to 20 runs out.
And Fletcher has been dismissed.
And Fletcher has been dismissed.
Ball given generous flight.
That's it.
One of the things that was very noticeable in that innings with Fletcher is the communication between the wicket. Now, Grenada will have to maintain that communication as well.
Anisha Thomas hits the ball hard into the ground. Will get a single.
That's it.
It was an aggressive shot, but it is hard into the ground. The ball didn't get much power. This time she gets off the mark.
Delicate
Driving
hands.
up to mid-off. The ball, in fact, did go behind the bowler. And there was some hesitation, there was some thought about the single by Noel, and then quite sagaciously said to Thomas, no, we're not going to take the single. I think quite wisely, too. Cuts down to backward point, down to third man area. And they get just a single. We'll get a second run now. The throw-in, she had sufficient time to throw the ball, but bounced over the bowler's head, and of course the bowler is not very happy about that. The over comes to an end. This is the midway point of the match. 10 overs, of the innings rather. 10 overs gone, 62 for 2 Grenada.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they're probably wishing that they were maybe 15 to 20 runs ahead of where they're at now. Grenada losing 2 wickets, and more importantly, the wicket of Afi Fletcher, the most dangerous of the batters for Grenada, the most accomplished as well. And so this is swinging in my mind in St. Vincent and the Grenadines' direction, if only for a moment. Now, a couple of big overs for Grenada here, 2 big overs for Grenada here could change the tide.
Yeah, but a couple of wickets would also change the tide, albeit in a different direction. Interesting that.
Play your game, Nish.
They're rather meticulous, I dare say, though, Glasgow, with field placing, making sure that everyone is positioned exactly where she wants. They're not happy, though, because the cover square is going to be put somewhere out to mid-wicket, I would reckon.
Third it, Nisha.
Yeah, straightish mid-wicket. So there is a long on and a deep mid-wicket and a long off right back on the boundary. Obviously, they do know of the hitting power of Thomas, I would think. There's an appeal for leg before. Not out, says the umpire.
Watch it, Nisha. Watch it, Nisha.
Well, she normally opens the batting, Anisha Thomas. So coming in now at number 4, maybe an opportunity for her to get her eyes in and get a big score. Grenada would need that kind of powerful hitting that she's known for at this stage of the innings.
Badly lined down the leg side, swept down to fine leg. This got sufficient leg. Will it be going right into the boundary? No, pull back just inside. They come back for the second. Down the leg side, badly lined, and just helped on its way. So Thomas has now gone to 3.
Outside, outside. Stirred it.
There's the admonition for her to keep more on the offside, onto the off stump. When you're bowling those down the leg side, you could be swept, and even if the batsman doesn't touch it, it will be called a wide.
Yeah. Only one.
Pushed up to mid-wicket. They've gone for 1. Won't come back for the second. And quite rightly, too. Gets a single quite comfortably. So there need to be a bit of restoration on the part of these two. Thomas and Noel for Grenada.
That ball coming around here, right around 3 left.
McKee now going round the wicket to the left-handed Noel. Driven down to long on. We'll get a comfortable single.
Should have done a whole lot more with that. Miscued it more than anything else. Probably looking to hit a little bit straighter. Anything over the bowler head, anywhere within that region, is surely going to be 4.
Just looking at the approach of as the over comes to an end. 11 overs gone, 66. 66. Is there one more? Yeah, one more.
Check your feeling.
Thank you, Jason.
She's going to have a
You're much more alert than I am.
Now that's a good shot. That's 4. Nothing stopping that for sure. It's a good shot by Anisha Thomas.
Over.
Well, I think our viewers heard the applause of a lovely shot. Just lapped it around the corner and went down to the backward square boundary for 4. Well played.
11 overs gone, 70 for 2. More from Stevenson Worm. And then C.R. John. The great C.R. John would slip into the chair.
Is that whole okay?
Good afternoon, Rothel.
Good afternoon, Pastor Wong. Good to be in your company once again.
Admittedly, it may not be a very long one. There's an appeal for leg before.
That's it.
Oh, did she get bowled? Yeah, I think she was bowled.
Yeah, that one seemed to go past her defense and
Well-
she seemed to be bowled.
No, that's an interesting dismissal. Interesting from the context that the ball was given generous flight, and in my humble opinion, Gosh, she could have done anything with that ball. Look at it. It's a full toss. And just played all over, all around, all over it, and then was bowled.
Yeah,
She
really.
would be disappointed with that.
Really would be disappointed. I mean, in my estimation, there was no way that that ball should have really hit the wicket there. You had enough time. You could have rehearsed your shot. You could have played a different shot, chosen which shot to play. Instead, she tried to play a cross-batted shot, which the ball went around and just dismissed her.
Cassie Williams, I think, would be out there now replacing. Oh, it really looked, replacing Thomas, and it really looked ugly.
Yeah, St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be happy to have picked up the wicket of Noel. Noel, we know, can strike the ball, and again, maybe she's just trying to play a little bit defensive. You know, there's still a bit of time to go in the game, and but a delivery like this, I think you need to put it away.
Oh yes, oh yes. At this level, should be putting that away. Even a tail ender should put that away. So Williams, Cassie Williams, take strike, first delivery. Onto the back foot, pushes back along the turf. But there's a ploy here by Stevens, giving the ball generous flight, really generous flight, and asking the batters to look up.
Yeah, I've seen this from Stephen before, the 50-over tournament. And that was the same ploy that she used, and a number of batters struggled, you know, to really get her away. The fact that you have to wait on the delivery to come to you.
No ball, signaled by the umpire, opportunity for a free hit. Don't forget, the field must remain just as it was in the previous delivery. Down the track. Made a meal of that one too.
Yeah, they seem to be struggling with that delivery. I think the slow nature of the deliveries from Stephen is really posing a problem for the batters. They just don't seem to like the idea of waiting on the delivery to come to them.
Well, if they don't like waiting on it, then they should go to it. You know, a little use of the feet.
Yeah, you look at them and they're not confident in terms of using the feet. I think Francis was the most...
Pulled down to the backward square area. That's going to go for 4. Short, outside the leg stump, rocked onto the back foot and pulled it around. Lovely. 4 runs to Thomas. She's off the mark. And the total has gone out to 75 for 3. We're in over number 12.
Back up, back up.
Yeah, again, I think this is what most of the batters tend to favor, the ball being short and they can rock back on the back foot. But when it comes to really getting forward and picking up and playing the ball, you know, they seem to be afraid to use the feet.
This one pulled again down to the deep backward square area. Fielded down there. They will come back for the second, quite comfortably too. So they get 2. A little bit of bubble down there at the deep backward square area. That one was taken on the full by Williams and swung down to deep backward square. She got 2 more.
Again, good work on the boundary. They're putting her body behind the ball.
Swept down to the long leg area. They won't come back for the second. The return comes in. Just trained down the leg side there, Stephen. Over comes to an end. And so some 12 overs gone, 78 for 3.
Yeah, good momentum being placed there by the 2 batters. Williams, we know, tends to be a bit aggressive. Thomas can strike it pretty well. She is someone who plays pretty straight. And so this pair can make use of the middle overs more or less. Let's say they can get Grenada up to maybe over number 16 at least. Maybe get them close to 100. Anything after that, I think, will pose a challenge for the St. Vincent and the Grenadines girls.
Will be a challenge. There's going to be a change of bowling from the southern end.
Bola coming left from around.
As we've been saying from the Bay End.
Yeah, that's the commentator's end. The B end.
Durant. Looking to turn that line score on the leg side. Must have just brushed the pad on its way to the keeper. See, you're a St. David's man yourself, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Watching. Winnie.
Born and grown in St. David's.
Winnie.
Is that in the Fem area?
Yes. That little village that has produced two very outstanding athletes for Grenada.
Pushed up to long off and get a single. As Homer comes off the boundary. Those two athletes are
Olympians Kurt Felix and his half-brother Lyndon
That bola
Victor.
coming right up over to you.
We've also had the privilege of having Jackie and Maureen, really outstanding 800-meter athletes, held the Grenada record for quite a number of years at the 800 meters. So we can boast of quite a few athletes.
La Femme means the girl. Quite a number of French names across the country. Of course, Grenada once ruled by the French. Nice delivery, sends Thomas onto the back foot and pushes out on the offside. La Tante means the aunt. One of the villages in St. David's, one of the bigger villages in St. David's too. Way outside the off stump, would have been called a wide.
Over.
Over comes to an end. So 13 overs gone, 79 for 3.
Yeah, got over there by Durant. I think she's bowled pretty well. Some 3 overs, 15 runs. Hasn't picked up a wicket, but has really been steady for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Here on in, you have some 7 overs remaining. I think the Grenadian batters will want to put a little bit of impetus into the innings here and maybe try to get that run rate up to about 8, 9 and over from here, and they would have a pretty decent total that they can work with. Again, the conditions being so good for batting, you really want to make use of that condition. So Stevens continuing.
2 for 11 so far.
Running, Shima, running. That's it. Keep bowling, Baba.
Yeah, she's really doing well, generous in her flight, but making it difficult for the batters. This time into the gap by Williams. They
Keep
pick
bowling,
up an
Baba.
easy single.
You're doing good.
Still would like to see a bit more boundaries hitting from Team Grenada. I want to ensure that they secure, at least 100, 120.
And of course, talking about French and the French names in Grenada, we're playing
That's
in
it, Baba.
La Sagesse in St. David. La Sagesse is also French.
Yes.
Probably will give you the
Only one, Skippy.
task, the homework of finding out the meaning.
That's it.
Sagesse.
That's it. Baba.
Yeah, I think I've already done the research.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Baba.
The only thing for me with the research, it means that I have to go into the books to find it. But it's there. I gave that as an assignment to a few of my students.
given generous flight and tucked down to mid-wicket area. There's going to be a long chase here. They will come back for the second. Oh, I can't believe this. This is absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. There should have been 2 runs there.
Yeah, again, Thomas guilty of not really following the rule, the cardinal rule that says you run the first one hard and you look to see what happens. But she was just jogging the first one and couldn't respond for the second.
Really, even if the first run were not run quickly, still there was opportunity for a second run. So 14 overs gone, and it's 83 for 3.
Yeah, Thomas really missing out there. I think she had the opportunity. It was well placed into the gap. But somebody has to really do some big hitting. And I really wish that this pair can, really bring the Grenada team maybe a further 2-3 overs in, and then that would be a good enough platform from which they can begin to really cart the ball around the field, if I may put it that way.
Come, Captain. Come, Captain.
So the final 6 overs. Coming up, the run rate 5.93. They'll want to get that above 6. And that's the third time rather in the innings that the bails have fallen off from the stumps at the non-striker's end. I was wondering whether it's more windy out there than it seems. Maybe
There seemed to be a pretty strong wind. You look at the trees in the foreground there, just showing that it seems to be turning up a bit out there.
This time the bail's up at the batter's end,
Jesse, you good?
falling off. But it doesn't appear to be so blustery. But you're right, just looking at the far end, that's the sole area that seemed to be having the trees, the branches swaying. Beautiful leg before, not given out by the umpire.
Yeah, Thomas here needs to really focus in. Delivery just seemed to be sliding down the leg, but really not a delivery that is easily swept. She has to take it off the line of the stump. Looking at her here, I think she would be served with getting the head a little closer to the ball and in trying to cut. She seemed to be rocking back and trying to cut that delivery. And so she seemed to be missing quite a few of them.
Maybe trying to hit the ball too hard. Dot ball again. Well, C.R. John, going to leave you. I think the rest of the afternoon has been a pleasure. Duty calls. And Jason Skeet will be joining you.
Good to have you, Pastor Home, and we wish you all the best for the remainder of the evening. Thomas really trying to get some impetus into the innings and just seemed to be mistiming a lot of these deliveries as the over comes to an end. And Grenada going along at a run rate of 5.6. They are 84 for 3. And really a score of 120, I think, will be really under the ability of the Grenadians. They need to get something over 120, and as it looks now, they don't seem to be on course for anything further than maybe 120. But still a few overs, 5 overs remaining. Let's hope that they can get some momentum into the innings and they can finish strongly. Welcome back, Jason Skeet.
Well, the good thing about it is that they've not lost many wickets just yet, not too many. And Anisha Thomas is outside there. She's known to have the capability to belt it if it needs a belting. And the determined Cassie Williams, you remember the story with Cassie Williams on Wednesday when she went outside there limping and propelled Grenada to just within the grasp of beating St. Vincent and beating St. Lucia, sorry. That didn't happen, but she's on the momentum. This time Thomas is wrapped on the pads, but always going down legs, so no worry there for the umpire. He's not been asked any questions by the fielders. They know the deal. It was always going down leg.
Yeah, no threat to the stump. Thomas looking to get inside of that one. And the bowler doing well to follow her, not giving her any room. Really just cramping her, and she was able to get off strike. Slow and steady, but
so it's hanging in the air for a while, out into the offside. But it landed safely. Nobody's there. So it was cramped for room, really, on that full delivery.
no ball signal there by the umpire, so it means that the umpire determined that delivery to be over the waist high of the batter. So we have a free hit.
Free hit, and Anisha Thomas is on strike. Grenada wouldn't mind this at all.
Really needs to put it away.
Put it away she has. It would just run close to the fine leg boundary. One, only one, and a good return from out in the deep. Brilliant return. In full strength of the arm. St. Vincent and the Grenadines doing very well in the field.
Yeah, hats off to St. Vincent. I think they really put in a good stranglehold on the Grenadian batting. You can see that Williams is eager to really get on with it. Thomas seems to be a little bit more sedated, but you look at the body language of Williams, she wants to get on with it.
Rika Hooper down there on the third man boundary, what would have been to the right-hander. Fine leg. And a rifle of a return. She has a strong arm. Very diminutive. But don't underestimate that with a throwing arm.
Yeah, seem to have a good arm. Maybe a javelin thrower, maybe, Jason?
I think you're being a little bit... I think you might be losing your shape a little bit there.
I may have to ask the setup and the release, the power that she's able to generate seems to suggest a javelin thrower.
It's always one. It's always one.
St. Vincent doing really well to keep the boundaries at bay. So far, the Grenadians have been working for their runs. Really have to run through and make sure that they pick up the ones. No boundaries are given away.
Oh, living dangerously. Living dangerously.
Keep balling, Chase, keep balling.
Inside edge could have easily gotten back onto the stump. Thomas looking to put power, not really timing the deliveries as she ought to.
It didn't carry to the keeper. It was an inside edge and a loud one too. We heard it from the commentary booth, but it didn't carry to the keeper. This time she goes straight back past the bowler, and that will go for 4, surely. That's a brutal strike. 4 runs, Anisha Thomas, well, you said a while ago boundaries were scarce. Or just maybe she heard you. And she has belted Tracy Byron back over her head for 4.
Yeah, good shot, good street hitting. At this stage, this is what you want. The straighter you hit it, the harder it is that the fielder can come around and really save it. And so she chose a good spot and got the good results.
Well, with 4 overs remaining in the allotted 20, Grenada been asked to bat after St. Vincent and the Grenadines won the toss. Grenada are 94 for 3. They've lost the wicket of Afi Fletcher, who was caught by Crease running around, took a magnificent catch, stayed in control, stayed low, eyes on the delivery, eyes on the ball, and never lost sight of it. Afi Fletcher went for 26, and Rachel Francis, she was run out by McKee for 22. Karina Noel was bowled by Stevens for 10. And those were the 3 wickets going down for Grenada. Grenada are 94 for 3 at the end of 16, and 4 overs remaining.
Yeah, Skipper Glasgow coming back into the attack. She has a further 2 overs to bowl, so definitely she's taking on the responsibility of trying to close off the innings here. Will require another bowler to maybe bowl 2 more.
She's got some protection, a square of the wicket on the offside. And immediately she's hanging it outside the off stump, looking to entice Cassie Williams to go for it and just maybe peeling off the edge. There's a wideish gully, and there's somebody at point, can't say who it is just yet, but she's got a lot of protection on the boundary on the offside as well. Long off is right back on the boundary. Again, she's hanging it outside there.
Yeah, I think Williams will be advised to just step across a little closer, and maybe she can use the pace of the deliveries and try to get that ball between the gully and the man at point, and there's acreage of space there. So it's not just about power, but maybe a little finesse would work for her.
Again, no connection. Looks like she's almost batting with a donut. Mid-off is a little bit straighter. Just maybe for the miscue drive or for the check drive. Might just see Glasgow holding back one because she's rushed. Her first 3 deliveries has rushed on outside the off stump. So just maybe she's contemplating just holding back one a little bit. That could be the only justification for having the mid-off up there and a little straighter. Slower delivery, but 2 way outside and well played by Williams. Ball is 1. The intent was good. Just maybe Glasgow bringing it a little closer to Cassie Williams. I think that's what she was trying to do because she set it up nicely. But, that didn't work. She now has to deal with the brutality of Anisha Thomas. She can be brutal with the bat. Glasgow is a good bowler. Again, inducing an inside edge. The call is 2. It would run out to the edge of the circle. And just 2.
Yeah, again, good placement there by Thomas, recognizing that there's acres of space, just around the square, backward square, to fine short leg. There's quite a bit of space there, and getting that edge inside means that she had some free runs, but the boundaries will be needed.
Grenada on 97 for 3. Another landmark coming up. They're looking for 100 at least. Without losing a wicket, they're going to get 1 closer. Look at that. It's a good arm. So that brings up the over. Again, the brutal throwing arm outside there of Hooper. Rika Hooper, she runs around quickly, collects cleanly. So Grenada at the end of 17 and 99 for 3.
Yeah, 99 for 3 will reflect good partnership so far, some 29 runs between Williams and Thomas. Now, can they really close off the innings this pair? They've acclimatized to the conditions well enough. And so Team Grenada will be hoping that, you know, they can stay there and really bring them up maybe past 120, 130. But so far, I think, Jason, I'm really impressed with the intensity from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines team. You can see them running around, throwing really powerfully. They seem to be energized. They seem to prefer the 20-over format.
The call is 2. All sorts of collision down there without insurance. 1 shot, says the umpire. So, all sorts of collisions down there. It is what it is. The umpire says 1 shot. 100 comes up for Grenada. And 100 for 3. Inside the 18th over. And Cassie Williams is there on 14, together with Anisha Thomas on 20. Anisha Thomas outside there for just over half hour. These two came together
Yes, Shima, this one is yours now.
just about 25 minutes ago. Straight, or maybe just a little straighter it should have been. She was looking to go a lot straighter with it, I think, this Cassie Williams. But just going out to a deep long off. And a deep mid off, that should be really. And she was looking to go a little straighter with it.
Yeah, a little bit straighter. Definitely would have given her the results that she wanted. Straighter, you look at the field placing, anything maybe a bit closer to the bowler, to her left or right, can produce a boundary. So you look at Thomas being there, they made the long off seem to be pretty square.
Stanchi's playing through the offside, dissecting 1. The call is 2. They're a bit hesitant, some indecision, but eventually deciding to hold up and sticking for 1. But there's got to come a point when they need to take some risk. A lot of these 1s would need to be turned into 2s. And you do that by running the first one hard and putting the fielder under pressure.
Yeah, definitely needs to put the fielders under pressure. But I think looking at what is happening, I think they certainly do not trust the arm of a few of the Vincentian fielders.
Oh, this one is up in the air. It's going to land safely. There she's coming back. She's thinking about the 2 again. Cassie Williams is very quick between the wickets. And we saw that on Wednesday when Grenada played St. Lucia. She's very good between the wickets. Even with an injured instep, she was up and down quickly. So she can take off.
Somebody. Shima. I want somebody point.
Yeah, I think the issue here is Thomas, who is not the quickest runner between the wickets. And so she has to walk along with her because you don't want to be running by yourself.
Straight back past the bowler to the left of the bowler, to the left of Kwashi. Kwashi in her 4th over. She's gone for 19 so far, not picking up any wickets. An economy rate of just under 5.
Doing a good job so far for her skipper, Kwashi.
Okay, losing the shape.
Simple. That's it. That's it.
Brings up the over at the end of 18. Grenada are 105 for 3. On course to maybe get about 120. Would that be enough? Thinking that just maybe Grenada is thinking that they're about 20 or 30 runs short of where they should be.
Yeah, I would imagine they are 20, 30 short. I mean, I won with the wicket playing as it is. I believe that, you know, anything in excess of 130 will be a good score on this wicket. It's T20. You want to make sure that you get at least the run rate required to start at about 6.5.
Right arm over.
You know, so you have a little cushion. But anything under 120, it means that they can piece that in. There are 1 or 2 deliveries, you know, that they can not really be too hasty to score off of. A lot of changes, trying to get the fielders in the right position.
So if you're viewing from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, good afternoon to you. Our friends in Georgetown, Kingstown, Heritage Square, Chateaubelair, Carrier Village, Port Elizabeth and Leu. All those are villages in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Not that I've been to most of them. A couple of times I've been to St. Vincent. It was more business than pleasure. But I've had the opportunity of taking in some of the village life in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You need to go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines a couple of days before Christmas. 9 mornings in Heritage Square. Heritage Square is always a place of life in the heart of the city. Friends in St. Vincent, good afternoon. I forgot to say also good afternoon to friends at the Cobbler Stone Inn. Just one. Inside over number 19. If you're viewing from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, these young ladies from St. Vincent and the Grenadines are representing well. They've kept Grenada quiet. Grenada 108 for 3. The bowlers have been economical at best. That's a good shot, but straight to the fielder, down on the boundary, down in the deep. Maybe, as you say, Clyde, looking for too much aggression and maybe just playing it a little later with a little bit more finesse would have yielded some more runs.
Yeah, and that's the issue that you're having here. I think there is enough spaces, you know, within the field that you can maneuver the ball, and instead of getting 1, you can get 2s.
Straight back over the bowler, but miscued. And there's going to be some activities down there. Just 1. They come back for 2. And Anisha Thomas was almost sent running back, because when she thought she was safe and her back was turned, the ball was coming in. That was a good return down there, down in the deep.
Yeah, again, good hustling by Williams. Williams seems to be the one who has the urgency and seemed to understand the need to run the first one hard. And she went down quickly and was ready to respond, coming to the danger, and she was always safe.
Running always puts the field under pressure, so it's a good one. Janelle Glasgow, the captain, is down lurking on the boundary, but She might be far from the middle, but not far from the ears of our players. They're hearing her. She's giving words of encouragement down there, doing good work on the boundary. Very fast in the outfield she is. She will be. Probably. This could be close. What will the umpire say? She's safe.
Good again. Just really impressed with Williams. She got in there and got out really quickly, ensuring that was 2 runs. I mean, this is the intensity that you need, and she seemed to be up to the task. So really, I mean, we say that she was a hero, even if they lost the game, but she's showing that this is her temperament. This is just who she is.
Well, she's a live wire in this team for sure. And you would understand why, because she's also the wicket keeper. And so she's the live wire in this team, this Cassie Williams. She's rushed on to 20 already. She's rushed on to 20. And the Grenada won 14 for 3. Final over coming up. And the Glasgow will bowl the final over, coming from the main road end or the river bank end, or the end favoring the Lassages Natural Works. So many things associated with this one end, or maybe even both ends.
Yeah, again, Lassages a place that is not fully developed to its potential, and so we still have time to maybe name the areas, you know. I think maybe in the future we may just need to do that.
I heard you and Stevenson asking about Lassages. I thought I gave you that information when I came here on Sunday. I thought I gave that to you. Teacher, but you're not taking instructions, are you, Clyde Rondell John?
Yeah.
Lassages, it's beautiful but different. Going down leg for sure. That's the meaning of Lassages. It's beautiful but different.
And it is quite living up to its name. Being in this valley, a beautiful valley. It's just a little different. You have the wind coming at you from all directions. You can't really dictate exactly where it's coming from. And so that alone might be just one feature that makes it different.
Five deliveries remaining in this batting innings for Grenada. Cassie Williams is there. Janella Glasgow is coming. It's ballooned off a thick edge, and surely it will be taken on the edge of the circle. And no doubt right there, it looks like Hooper, Arika Hooper taking the catch. Down to third man. Ballooned up in the air. Short third man. And that's it. That's the end of Williams.
Yeah, Williams looking to get on with it. Really not waiting on the delivery long enough and playing a little bit too early. Catching the outside edge, a balloon to third man. And she's gone. Losing the 4th wicket. It's 115. Again, let's hope that they can maybe utilize the next 4 deliveries and really get past the 120 mark.
Well, Holly Charles has been sent in to negotiate the next 4 deliveries. She's big in stature. From all indications, she has some power. So just maybe they sent in. It's a comfortable catch. Just maybe they sent in the power to take the ball over the boundary with only 4 deliveries remaining. Grenada 115 for 4. Still, in our minds, maybe a 20 runs short of where they really want it to be.
Well, I know Holly Charles has proven to be a good striker of the cricket ball. Once it's in the arc, she can clear the boundaries. Looking at the way she came out here, that first delivery being faced tells you what her mindset is. She's not here to pet. She is going to put some bat to ball.
Nor should she be. 4 deliveries remaining. 116 for 4. Can they get to 130? 14 runs off 4 deliveries. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely they can.
Ah, well, not like this. Wicket to wicket, and she's yorked her. The experience of Janella Glasgow coming into play, and straight wicket to wicket, and Holly Charles has lost the structure behind her.
Yeah.
Timber.
Again, you see the experience of Glasgow. Not going to be intimidated by anyone in this game. Showing that, she understands what needs to be done and delivers on target, disturbing the furniture.
Maria Fortune now has the responsibility. 3 more deliveries remaining in this innings. So what is she going to do?
Again, Fortune, we've seen her play. I think we know that she can clear the boundary. The mode that she's going out in will call for aggression, but sensible aggression. And definitely maybe the 14 runs might still be on the card. You have 3 deliveries, 2 sixes, and a couple. We'll just give them that.
Sensible aggression in cricket. Is that a thing? Sensible aggression. 3 deliveries remaining. It's wrapped on the pad and going down leg. Leg buys the call.
That's it, Erica.
Thomas has been out there for a while. One would hope that she can really put Glasgow off the line that she has been bowling so far. Glasgow has bowled this over really with good sense.
It's a good single. It's a good single from Grenada. 118 for 5. Final delivery of this innings coming up.
Finish strong, Skippy.
Can Fortune clear the boundary? Can she read the mind of the bowler and really get into a position where she can clear the boundary? Bit of space over the square leg region, even straight back over the bowler's head.
And was only able to get a single off of it. So after the allotted 20, Grenada are 119 for 5. St. Vincent and the Grenadines would require 120. And it's very gettable. Grenada will have some work to do to defend this 119. Their bowling attack, the ability of their bowling, unquestionable. Whether or not they are capable of keeping down the extras, that's going to be a different story. How St. Vincent and the Grenadines respond, because they too have been playing some good cricket, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Well, a lot will rest on the shoulders of skipper Glasgow. She being the sort of all-round player that she is, definitely with the bat, she seemed to be heavily relied upon. The other batters will have to make their contributions once they get an opportunity to go out to the middle. And so definitely it sets for an interesting chase. Basically, we're talking 6 runs per over, exactly 6 runs per over to begin with. And so you wonder how will they go about. It really makes for an interesting chase.
All right, well, let's run through the batting card quickly for Grenada. Pretty decent scores all around. Affy Fletcher caught by Crease. Brilliant catch. We're going to keep talking about that. Of the bowling of Stevens, Fletcher went for 26. Rachel Francis run out by McKee for 22. Karina Noel bowled Stephen for 10. Anisha Francis Anisha Thomas, sorry. She was not out. She remained on 26. But Cassie Williams lost the wicket. Court Cooper bowled Glasgow for 20. And Aria Fortune not out on 1. So pretty decent batting from Grenada, but just short of about maybe 20, 25 runs from where they should be.
Definitely a bit short. And let's see how St. Vincent and the Grenadines would come up in the second innings. That's the interesting part of the days now.
All right, looking at the bowling now for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Glasgow, Byron, and Kwashi, together with Durant, all bowled 4-piece. And in the wickets column, Glasgow, 1 maiden, 2 wickets for 18. Byron with no wickets, 37 off of 4. Kwashi went for 20 off of 4 without wickets. Durant went for 16 for her 4. And Xavier Stevens, 3 overs for 15, picking up 2. And Chanel McKee, just the 1 over for 8 runs. The most economical of them all. The 4 runs per over, that's Naisha Durant. And, of course, Janella Glasgow, the captain, 4.5 runs per over. That's a good economy rate. They will have their hands filled because just as how she did work with the ball, she will have to do more work with the bat. When we come back, we will take you through the paces of St. Vincent in the chase, looking for 120 of their 20 overs. Grenada looking to defend 120. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, surely there will be some level of excitement one way or the other as we get ready to take in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the run chase. St. Vincent and the Grenadines looking for 120 of 20 overs. Grenada 119 for 5. So the chase is on. They're going to be looking to operate at just about 6 runs and over. And very gettable. But this is the game of glorious uncertainties. And anything can happen. But the chase is on. St. Vincent and the Grenadines in response to Grenada's 119, looking for 120. Clyde?
Yeah, definitely interestingly poised game. St. Vincent will require a runner ball from the get-go. And Grenada having a decent bowling lineup, but we know that the Vincentians, they have a couple of batters there that can really put the bowling under some pressure. And so definitely makes for an interesting contest. I dare say it may just go down to the wire. Let's see what happens. But Grenada will boast of Ashley Fletcher, who is really, you know, a cut above in terms of the leg spinning ability. And so they would bank on her a lot. But I know that Glasgow and her team, they will look to maybe get the runs off the other bowlers and respect Fletcher for her ability. And there sets the stage for an enthralling encounter.
All right, well, Karina Noel is going to open the bowling attack, open the defense for Grenada. She is coming from the commentator's booth end. And, Chanel McKee and Kimon Homer will open the batting for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So wherever you are, if you're close to the Lasages playing field, we want to invite you to come on down and take in the final innings.
She's on target, just drifting down leg just a little bit, but that's an encouraging start. She needs to maintain good composure. Karina Noel, she does have the tendency to spray it a little bit, left and right. She wants to stay wicket to wicket. It's a good delivery. Homer gets off the mark with a single. Good pace and wicket to wicket from Karina Noel.
Yeah, so far good start from Noel. She will need to really bowl well if Grenada is going to put any sort of pressure onto the Vincentians. She needs to bowl to her field, make sure that, you know, the deliveries are challenging either the outside edge or the wicket, you know, and definitely once they can do that consistently, then they would make life difficult for the batters.
It's a good delivery, indecision.
Again,
Good sense prevailing in the end.
No, right?
Noel just touching down on a good
You keep batting.
length, a good line, getting that ball just to shape away from the left hand a little bit, Jason.
Encouraging signs for Grenada. Grenada has been known to have pretty decent bowling attack. They've not lived up to it fully in the tournament so far because they've been plagued by extras in the 50-over version of the game. Let's see what they will do here. Yeah, she's beaten for Bongzil. Lifting delivery, cutting back into the right-hander. It's good.
Yeah, again, the bowling of Noel critical to the defense of this total. Can tell you she loves to see the ball going at that height past the batters, and it's something that she's not afraid to do.
Again. It's kept St. Vincent and the Grenadines quiet for the most part. At the end of 1, 2 without loss.
It's really important that they make use of the power play, Grenada. St. Vincent, they will want to also make use of the power play. Look to maybe clear the infield. So far, bowler bowling to her field, and the batters, they will have to find a way to really get it around, maybe get it over the infield or get it into the gaps that would be available. 1 down, 19 more to go.
But we've not seen anything threatening, really, to the point where it would make you feel as if St. Vincent has the intention of going very hard and fast at this. Clearly, they've had some kind of discussion. For all intent and purposes, they understand that once you're outside there, then the runs are going to come. You can't score from in the dugout. You've got to score from the middle. And so, not seen any rash stroke play from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that's a good sign for them.
Yeah, clearly a good sign. Looking to, take ball on merit. And
Holly Charles will be operating from the main road end or the river bank end. It's a brutal shot. She got into position quickly, latched onto it and cleared mid-wicket. It was disdainfully struck. It's a good shot.
yeah, certainly short of her length, and she had enough time to rock back and really get a full swing in, and that is what she did. And definitely the ball went speeding across the boundary. We spoke earlier about the thickness of the grass. There was nothing there to hinder that one from speeding across the turf.
Key picks up a boundary. So good comeback. Good comeback from Holly Charles. She's bowling that ball on Midland leg line, but she's getting into shape away from the left-hander. See what she does here now. Again, miscuing it, not getting it where she really wanted. Just one. Encouraging signs if you're the bowler.
Yeah, I think she needs to bring it up just a touch. It's a little too short, so giving the batter enough time to, stand and really get a good swing through the deliveries. She needs to follow the field that she has that has been set, and I think these deliveries are not really matching the field setting that is in place.
She's got one slip. The slippers have come out now. The field is spread. It's mid-on and mid-off is straight down the throat of a mid-off. She's gone. That's the first wicket. We were just speaking about the field placing. And she brought up mid-off and mid-on and straight down to mid-off, and that's a good catch. So Grenada strikes, and Holly Charles, after being disdainfully dispatched a few deliveries ago, gets redemption. And she's picked up the wicket of Kimon Homer for one.
Yeah, really good setup there. I think Skipper Fletcher, understanding what needs to be done, made the change in the field, bringing up the longer off to mid-off, and a good catch taken there by Noel. So definitely pressure is on. Wickets in this format is really the way that you can really stem the innings of the opponents, and they need to continue picking up. Good bowling there by Holly Charles.
All right, well, Nisha Durant has been called in to try and stem this mini fall of a wicket.
Center.
She wants to
Thank you.
It's almost like starting from the beginning when the number 3 batter been called into action from over number 2. She's got 2 deliveries to face from a confident-looking Holly Charles now. The third man has gone right back on the edge of the rope. She's got a mid-on, mid-off, very short. There's a mid-wicket out on the boundary. There's a wide-ish mid-wicket, short, but a little bit wide. Looking for the miscue hook. Again, mistiming it. Bringing up the end of the over. 7 for 1 after 2.
Yeah, good over there by Charles. Coming back really, really well. You want to make sure in this format that you get to the program as early as possible, and I think she has done that. I'm recognizing where she has made the mistake and has really returned a good 5 deliveries. Set the stage now. Run rate will begin to rise even from here, Jason, and so it will lead to a bit of pressure on the batters. They will need to get the ball to the boundary as often as they can, make use of the power play, and set St. Vincent in a position where they can really challenge this 120.
We're halfway through the power play. We're getting ready to start over number 3. Karina Noel, she was threatening in her first over. Just the 1 run. Spot on target from the beginning. This time she's going down leg.
She will want to stay away from the wides. Again, we know that the Grenada team, they have bowled quite a bit of wides in the 50-over format. The 2020 format, you don't have the luxury.
You don't have the luxury either way. 2020 or 50 overs.
We'll need to get her radar right here, Noel. Seem to be generating a good bit of bounce from the wicket.
Ah, that's it. That's the sound of leather meeting timber. That's it. And another wicket is down. Karina Noel beating McKee for pace. It was a slower delivery, and she played it on, inside edge onto the wicket. And that's the story. No foot movement at all. And it costed her wicket. She's gone. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are 9 for 2.
Yeah, again, good delivery, good questions being asked, and the response was found, the edge onto the stump. And definitely Grenada will feel that they have begun to place themselves in the ascendancy of this match. A lot of pressure is on the St. Vincent and the Grenadines team because 2 quick wickets have gone down. It means that they're calling on one of their more experienced batters in Glasgow. She has to now ensure that she stays out there for as long as possible. She has to be able to be aggressive, but at the same time, keep her head in terms of recognizing the length of time she needs to bat.
If ever they need a good knock now, just steady the flow of their innings. If they ever do need a good knock, they need it now. So this looks like Durant. But let's just come in. Or is it Glasgow? Durant is dead. Glasgow has now joined her. So she's got to play a captain's knock now more than anything else. She's good with the bat. But Karina Noel, she's known to pitch that ball
5 left.
just on middle stump and have it shaping away from the left-hander. And I think that is what did beat McKee. She was playing down the wrong line. She was playing for the ball moving away from her. But this one straightened just a little bit. And she got a healthy inside edge onto the stumps.
Yeah, I quite agree with you there, Jason. I think that one deceived her really well. Just looking to, you know, cover the line of the delivery, but that one didn't go across her. It just remained on that line. And so he took the inside edge and went straight back onto the stump. So definitely they have to be aware of the tricks of Noel.
Again. So she is being extraordinarily deceptive. It's Karina Noel.
It's good to see that she can keep the ball out there and just move it around a little bit.
Tantalizing area. Indecision in the mind of the batter. Again, she's spot on. Good work outside there in the field. Being appreciated and applauded. It looks like Francois. Looks like Francois outside there.
On center.
Got down quickly, saved what would have surely been two.
Good commitment from the fielder. Again, Noel showing her skill.
Firmly struck. They're looking for two. And eventually, they're going to get it. Taking her eyes off the ball at the very last minute. At the very last second, actually. That's Francois. Taking her eyes off it at the very last second. And just going through her hands. Her feet. Sorry.
What was important there for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Jason, is that they got 2 runs off that midfield. So if Grenada continues to slip up like this, definitely St. Vincent and Grenadines will be happy. Means that you are gifting them the runs.
So luxury they can ill afford.
Noel doesn't seem to be too settled at this end. Looking at her bowl, I think she generally starts at the road end, but today she's coming from the bay end.
Catches the call and she takes a brilliant one low down. That's awesome. That is magnificent. It was on the follow through. It was firmly struck, I dare say. It was firmly struck, but she held on to it almost like it stuck. That's a good take. Look at that. She even surprised herself with it. So Karina Noel in the wickets column in a big way. She's picked up 2 for 7. She's only inside her second over. But more crucially, St. Vincent and the Grenadines have plummeted to 13 for 3 already.
Wow, that's all we can say here. Wow. I think Noel is on a high. She started well, and she's just continuing. This is a really brilliant catch. To be able to recover quick enough, to have 2 hands to that delivery, says that she has really done well. As we look at it, there she goes, just getting the hands to the delivery within the follow-through. And momentum still going, and she makes sure that she held on to it and threw it up in jubilation. A good catch, good breakthrough for Team Grenada.
seen some good cricket today. Good afternoon to Michael Bascom. He's out there following the cricket. Our friends viewing online. Good afternoon to you.
Malay shift. One ball to your right arm over.
St. Vincent seemed to be in a spot of trouble here, Jason.
Well, that's putting it mildly. Spot of trouble is a mild representation of the true scope of things here. Saint, our friends, my good friend Reds Pereira would say St. Vincent are in tatters.
And they really need a partnership here if they are going to really challenge this 120.
Oh, some dangerous stuff.
So at the end of over number 3, it's 13 for 3, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and definitely in some worries now. They will want to make sure that they complete the power play in a fashion that would help them to, get close to the 120. Grenada seem to be suggesting that their 120 is enough for them. The way they have started is they're making a statement that they are prepared to defend their 120, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines will take a bit of work for them to really get close to that 120.
Good afternoon to Val Clark, wherever you're viewing from. It's a brilliant catch. I hear you, Val.
They must be prepared to face when they come in. The gloves and the mittens and everything must be on. You can't be walking in here without it. That's ball is coming around. Right arm.
So, Rona Thomas, she's also joined us online. Good afternoon, Rona. In the meantime, Delisha Francois has been called into the attack for Grenada. Carice has joined Glasgow. Glasgow is playing square of the wicket. Can't beat the fielder running in. That was a brilliant shot, but good shot, better feeling. Eyes kept on it. It's a good shot, good cricket all around. Glasgow can score. They would know the danger of Glasgow, Grenada.
They have to be aware of the ability of Glasgow. We'll love to see the back of her.
Again, similar stroke. This time she played it a little bit earlier with softer hands. They get one. Looking for two comfortably. Yeah. So Glasgow showing her class there, reducing the power of the bat. So playing it a little bit earlier, but with some more finesse to the left of the fielder this time. Picking up 2.
Yeah, brilliant shot there. Well weighted. Does say something about her ability, I'm not really looking to power it through, but just to place it through the gap. And she did so expertly. And so far, Francois seemed to have started well. Just outside the off stump, maybe about a 5th stump.
She's got to get that run up right. This skip and a hop is not helping her at all. Her action is reducing her pace, and it would affect her direction at some point. But for the most part, she has been wicket to wicket. Yeah, if it's, maybe she would say if it's not broken, then don't fix it.
Well, again, things to be worked on maybe during the off season. Maybe we'll look at getting her to have that nice fluent running and that skip or jump.
Good shot by Glasgow.
Only one.
Just one. There's protection outside there. Square of the wicket.
Yeah, if she can just work on that run-up, she will have maybe a couple of yards extra pace coming at the batters. And so she seems young enough that this can happen. You know, it takes a bit of work. You go back to the nets and you really, you know, put in the effort to make a genuine run towards the crease.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines still within striking distance. They're going at 4 per over. Should be 6. That's what was required at the start. After 4 overs, they're 16 for 3.
Right over.
Vincent and the Grenadines now have to deal with the presence of, I think it's Francois.
Seems to be Raquel Williams.
Or 77, yes, she's wearing number 77. So Raquel Williams. So she's going right arm over. She's going to be heading to General at Glasgow.
Okay, man, you will talk, man. You will switch it just now. You will switch it just now. All right.
So she's got a packed offside field. Williams, just 3 on the onside, the mid-wicket boundary, a mid-on that's in between, and a wide-ish, a long on, sorry, that's halfway up, and a mid-on. So everything on the onside is in front of the bat. She needs to maintain a good line here. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a great shot. Call is 1, they look for 2. Gets there safely. Once it beat point, it was always runs.
Yeah, once you get past the point there, it will be runs. Luckily for them, it didn't go into the boundary, but definitely shows that Glasgow is pretty strong in that region, and so you need to really maybe get that ball a little closer into the stump to cause her not to be able to free the arms.
Again, this time can't beat Afi Fletcher, who's at point, straight to point this time. Again, and Afi Fletcher does a better tidying job this time. She's no slouch in the field, Afi Fletcher.
Yeah, definitely not. Seem to be a real live wire for Team Grenada. One of the better fielders on the Grenada team.
Slower delivery, well timed, well picked by Glasgow. Pace taken off. Looking for the miscued drive. But, Glasgow was well in check.
Yeah, skipper Fletcher having only 2 out. Mid-wickets, 3rd man.
So they're trying to operate in singles. But they would need to do more than that. They're 19 for 3. Looking for 120. So they're 101 out already. 101 runs adrift.
One baller, keep going.
Nasty inward movement there. It cut back sharply. Kept low. Did well to keep it out.
Yeah, Williams just kissing the surface, not really banging the ball into the surface.
Again, she's getting that movement.
Over.
She's getting that movement. That's Raquel Williams coming back into the right-hander. At the end of 5, St. Vincent are 20 for 3.
Yeah, 20 for 3 does represent quite a slow start. Needing to score at 6 and over, going at just 4 and over really doesn't set the stage for a good chase of that 120. But as long as skipper Glasgow is there, I think they believe that they have a shot. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a lot would depend on this pair in Chris and Glasgow to really bring them somewhere close, if not over the line.
The next 3 or 4 overs will give us a better indication as to where this is going. Within the next 3 or 4 overs, St. Vincent and the Grenadines would need to find the boundaries more often, and the Grenada would probably look to want to pick up at least 2 wickets within the next 3 to 4 overs now. And that, either way, that will give us a clear indication or some sort of indication where we might be headed.
That's it, Francois!
Francois looking for the Yorker, finding it dug out nicely. She's not express fast, but she's maintaining good line, good length.
Yeah, really has started well, Francois.
Oh, this could be trouble here, but danger averted.
Yeah, they need to be careful here. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are losing another wicket at this stage will really put them in front of the firing squad.
Oh, late dab. Third man, just one, was deliberately played.
Oh boy!
Oh, this coming right down the wrong to you, master.
Thanks. How much?
3 deliveries to come.
Thanks.
So far, only one coming from 3 deliveries. So definitely they need a bit of momentum, St. Vincent. Can Glasgow really take on the challenge here now? This is a really good challenge for her, knowing that she plays for the West Indies, and at that level you have to be able to absorb pressure and still be steady.
What would have been a spectator's catch? She needs to do more than that. She needs boundaries. She needs to do more than absorb pressure. She needs to release some of that pressure that's been built on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So they're going to have to find the boundaries. They can't do it in singles.
So far, Glasgow backing herself. I think she understands that once she's there, the possibility of really bringing St. Vincent and the Grenadines home will be there also. And so you see her looking all composed. She doesn't look flustered out there, but she looks well composed. Just maybe hoping to get a few deliveries offline to really give her that sort of boost that she seems to need. But for now, she's just maintaining her composure.
Ah, that's the sound again. So Grenada on full attack, and Crease is bowled. Crease is bowled by Francois, and the St. Vincent and the Grenadines are now 22 for 4. Oh, they need some sort of savior now, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. She's not express fast, but she's going wicket to wicket.
And then the power play.
And crease goes. Crease. Remember, she took a brilliant catch running around down on the boundary to dismiss Afi Fletcher. Dropped and wrapped on the pad and cannoned into the stumps. Played down the wrong line. There was some movement through the air of the delivery. And it hung in the air for a little bit. As I said, she's not express fast, this Francois. But she got a little movement through the air. And on the pads and cannoning into the wicket.
Yeah, I think the deliveries, the line of the delivery is what is really good here. They've been bowling, attacking the wicket. You miss, I hit is the mentality of the Grenadians so far. And we've seen that from all the bowlers. So far you have Noel bowling, hitting the stumps. You have Francois hitting the stumps. So definitely they're not depending on the fielders. They're looking to get it wicket to wicket and ensure that they do the work themselves.
Fernell Charles is also on the live viewing. Not sure if Fernell Charles or Zavid Seals. Well, I know Zavid Seals is in Grenada. He is surely back in Grenada.
That's center.
Pressure is on skipper Glasgow. She needs to respond. She needs to find a way to just push back onto the attack of the Grenadians.
Pitching outside leg and coming back sharply again. She gets some movement, Raquel Williams. She does get some movement, moving across, pitching and moving across the left-hander. We've not seen a lot of St. Vincent and the Grenadines flags on the live feed. We'll encourage them to support their girls. I'm quite sure the folks down in the dressing room are monitoring the live as well. The live stream, the Windward Islands page.
Yeah,
some selectors, some Windward Islands selectors here as well. So no doubt they're eyeing the talent because a female Windward Islands team has to be selected moving forward. It's well played. For a dot up to Anisha. Anisha Thomas is there at mid-off.
So we want to, Jason, just extend congratulations to the Windward Island senior men.
Actually demolishing Barbados. Demolishing Barbados in 3 days, just like they would have won their first encounter against Jamaica in 3 days. They have demolished Barbados in 3 days. This Windward Islands men's team looking the part this year, 2024. One of their best starts in a long time. Good work in the field. Janelle Williams, I think it is, outside there. Janelle Charles, sorry. Outside there doing good work.
When the back away is less power, go meet it and hit it.
Yeah, Grenada really having St. Vincent and the Grenadines against the wall.
Again, saved by the edges there, saved by a coat of varnish, really. Needs to keep her head down because they would need Tracy. St. Vincent and the Grenadines would surely need Tracy Byron to stay outside there with a Captain Glasgow and put St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a fighting position. As it is now, they're a little bit off. No, sorry, they're way off base right now as it is. So she'd want to stay outside there, keep your head down, and give St. Vincent a better chance. She can't afford to lose a wicket, not now. It's a better shot a little bit later. That's a good cricketing shot. Held it, waited, and just played it square just a little bit later. She's got good capability, Tracy Byron. She can play well.
I really like the look of Byron since the 50 over, and you know, we saw her as a good, genuine all-round player. Can bat, can bowl. Definitely a good prospect for the future. One would just hope that the experience that she's gaining in this tournament, you know, can help her to really develop her game and give her the confidence to go on to reach higher heights.
And Glasgow is turning square on the wicket. Just one. That's a good cricketing stroke. Never flustered. I'm not sure if she's related to Shanette Glasgow. Shanette Glasgow is throwing up all the St. Vincent and the Grenadines flags. And Natty Gonzalez also. So we've got some folk from St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the live. Good afternoon, everybody. At the end of 7, 26 for 4.
Yeah, really need to get some runs going here, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
They need a contractor more than anything else because they've got to do some rebuilding.
It's going to be tough because we've yet to see the likes of Afi Fletcher taking the ball. So it's going to be an uphill task, but I believe as long as Glasgow is there, they will stand a chance. They will feel that they have this in the bag.
Holy ball, holy ball.
Beautiful piece again. Glasgow would have felt that she missed out on that one. It's sad that she could have played it anywhere, really. But indecision yielded a dot ball. Oh, this could be close here. He turned out to be a safe one eventually, but Byron was resting and wasn't alert, and Glasgow was up on her in a flash, looking for the single. Could have been disastrous.
Yeah, Byron.
Let's take a look at it again. Probably get a look at it again. She was resting after the stroke, and Glasgow was up on her.
Francois doing a really good job here, Jason, with the ball. Bowling really tightly, just keeping that pressure, not really giving away anything.
She's staying within the ambits of her ability. She's not looking to do too much. Missed opportunity here. Should have done a whole lot more with that. It was full, and could have played it anyway. Just maybe looking to score with the focus and the emphasis on trying to score so much, taking away the ability of reasoning. That delivery could have been placed anywhere.
Yeah, I think that was more of a safety shot, you know, trying to make sure that she remains out there with her skipper. And I know that she believes, and you can see it in the way that she played that one. Once they're out there with their skipper, she believes in them and their ability.
And this time she was looking to go over long on or mid on. She was looking to go over mid on. But Francois is not bowling with any pace at all. You could almost see the writing on the ball from here.
Yeah, Francois just looking to do a job for her skipper. Keep it wicket to wicket, not really give away anything. Keep it up to the batter. For the batter to really hit you there, you have to try and get underneath and get underneath it quickly. And so it poses a different challenge.
Ah, the shout is catch, but
Only one! One shot down! One!
good work outside there in the field. Brings up the end of it. looking at 3.6, just over 3.5. 29 for 4. St. Vincent and the Grenadines would need to let loose the long handle now, surely.
Yeah, 29 for 4 does not make for good reading. It really is saying that the guns are set, and at any time now you can have the trigger being released.
If they ever needed to break out the seal, now's the time to break out the seal, Lucille.
Somebody needs to do something from here on in, Jason. They cannot continue with the singles. They need to really attack the boundaries.
One. Only one, eh? One.
So far, Williams and co doing a really good job of keeping Glasgow quiet. The way she's going, I know a lot of persons are just anticipating her to unleash. Can she do it? Can she really bring St. Vincent home? That's the question.
Yeah, well, I think they're settling too much, St. Vincent. I think they need to be a little bit more ambitious, but reasonable in their chances. You know, so they've been a little bit too contented. That's the word I'm trying to find. You need to take some chances, but calculated chances at that. As it is now, they've been just
Look for it, look for it, look for it.
batting to the field.
Yeah, I think they need to start looking to improvise somewhat. There's quite a bit of acreage to the leg side. You have a backward square and no one really between backward square and the keeper. There's no one really there, so you know, maybe getting across to the offside and trying to maybe lap it, just get it around to that region will yield some runs. Are they thinking of it, or are they just contented?
Well, 30 for 4. They've got wickets in hand for sure. But at 30 for 4, wickets in hand now is not a big deal. You've got to do something with it.
Yeah, again, Byron could have just tried to tickle this one down the leg side, you know. Have to look to improvise a delivery like this. Anything on it going down the leg side means that you have some runs. So instead of pulling into the line with the wide, she needs to try and at least move it around and try to get the scoreboard ticking. So you see, Williams is not really giving away anything.
Over.
After 9, 32 for 4. St. Vincent and the Grenadines on a slow boat to China.
Yeah, they're really on that slow boat to China. I don't know where they would dock, but definitely it's going to take them some while to get to China. I dare say if they had to go to Australia, I don't know what would have happened to them.
Need to put some sort of wind in their sails now. And they're going to need Glasgow to be more explosive. Because, she's been outside there for 35 minutes. She's very capable. And she's been outside there a while. So if anybody knows how to adapt to conditions and get eyes in quickly and still score, General Glasgow knows how to do that. Francois will continue from the main road end.
Right ball.
runs. Clear one.
And I think, Jason, credit has to go to the Grenadian bowlers so far. After looking at the 50-over tournament, you saw so many wides. Today, they have only gotten 6 wides, and the extras only 7. So it says that they really made a good adjustment.
Somebody spoke and somebody listened.
Yeah, and it's really good. It says something about the ability of the girls to really make, after being spoken to, make that adjustment and make it work for them so well. And I'm not just commending the Grenada team, but when we looked at the first 2 matches of the day, you could clearly see that the wides and extras have been reduced. So all the teams making and having a good account of themselves in the 20-over format.
I'm quite sure that very soon we will see Afi Fletcher hurdle herself into the attack. Direct hit would have been catastrophic. But that's what I'm saying. You need to take some more chances, some more calculated chances, because you're going to need runs. You need a whole lot of runs. When we thought the total was a small total, it's turning out to be a Mount Everest for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What are the tall mountains in St. Vincent? Do you know of any tall mountains in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
I know that they have a few. Landscape being quite similar to that of Grenada.
This could be dangerous here. Direct hit again would have been danger. But yeah, they're doing the right thing now, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're taking on the arm of these Grenadian fielders, and they're turning 1s into 2s. That's what they need to do. Started a bit late, but better late than never. 1 shot, says the umpire. The umpire's still calling 1 shot, but they need to take a lot of these chances. Turn 1s into 2s. Give yourself an opportunity. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, good thinking. I'm looking and assessing the captaincy of Fletcher. Glasgow is on strike. The field tends to open up a bit. Looking to give her the single. When you see Byron on strike, you would notice that the field tends to come in a bit, just trying to keep her on strike. As another over comes to an end. And
halfway there, Grenada 36 for 4. So with the 10 overs gone, they're going at 3.6 per over. They needed to start at 6 per over. So, Tracy Byron is not out on 4, and she's there with her captain, Janella Glasgow, who's on 15. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, after a good performance in the field, they were pretty good in the field, able to limit Grenada to 119. Grenada really short of about 15 to 20, even maybe 25 runs from where they would have started and how they would have started. This total of 119 is proving to be a decent total.
yeah, that's a decent total. It's not out of the reach of the Vincentians as yet. We look at the comparison, it would be some 60 balls to get 84 runs. Still gettable with, you know, a couple clean, lusty hitting will sort of bring them back into the game. But I think the partnership, Glasgow has to have that reliance on the partner at the other end if she's going to be free to really swing. And maybe this is the concern for her, so she's trying to bring it as deep as possible before she really launches into the bowling of the Grenada team. But as you recognize the intensity of the 2020 game, it means that there's not much time to really get going. And so therein lies the problem for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They require a bit of hitting, but it's going to take time if they're going to really get close to that total.
Let's go, ladies, let's go.
So after refreshing themselves for a brief moment, the heat is real outside there. Kid you not. It's much cooler in all parts. Inside there's scorch, blistering.
Hey, hey. I know. Go on that side. Go out. Go out. Go out area. Say so now. And let somebody.
So Afi Fletcher has brought herself into the attack. Afi Fletcher, she bowled a monster spell on Wednesday, taking 10 overs, 25 runs, 6 wickets. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. She was spinning it both ways, this leg break bowler. She was cutting across and spinning it back using the googly. She showed variety. Faster one with air. She did it all. Picked up 6 and 2 drop catches still. Immediately, she's...
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think Fletcher is really the sort of player that you've come to expect top quality from her, and seeing that performance says that, hey, I'm at a higher level and I'm not here to play with you, you know what I mean? If you deserve to be beaten, I'm going to beat you. Showing that she has the experience.
She's bowled her. Looking to send it over backward a square. And she was nowhere near in position for it. And she lost her stump. Easy just like that. So immediately, as she introduced herself into the attack in the very first over, Afi Fletcher has picked up a wicket. She's bowled Tracy Byron for 4. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are 37 for 5.
Yeah, Byron not reading that one. I think she was looking for the googly, the one that is going to... So you can see her setting up to play to the leg side, but that was the leg spinner, and it just spun around her, hitting the off stump. So a bit of misjudgment there by Byron, but I don't want her to feel too aggrieved. It means that she's quite young. She needs to go on, continue to work on her game. I really like what I see from her, and she needs to, just try to do her best, and maybe in a few years' time we can see her making her international debut.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines are 37 for 5. If ever they need a miracle or 2, now's the time. And the captain is outside there, Janella Glasgow. Xavier Stevens comes out immediately. Stevens will have the baptism of fire. She's been tearing down Affy Fletcher at the other end, who still have 4 deliveries in this over. Oh, straighter one outside the off stump. Got the bunks. Cassie Williams, the keeper, was up off her toes to collect it.
And Williams doing a good job.
Keep going.
Fletcher pitching just on leg stump.
One.
Oh, again, that's a good bowling. Well played. Well played. So, first over from Fletcher. Just 1 run. More importantly, 1 wicket, the wicket of Tracy Byron. Byron started to look a little bit threatening.
Well, I don't know if we can say she looked threatening because I haven't really seen anything threatening from the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls since maybe the first over of the day. I think they've really been pedestrian. They've been really seem to be limping along. I don't know where they would have picked up that injury, but somehow they're just limping along.
Aria Fortune has been brought into the attack from the main road end. I'm quite sure now Glasgow might be thinking there's an opportunity here now for her to score some runs.
Yeah, she will need to take the opportunity to get some runs behind her name, because the task here is really mammoth. But this is what heroes... This is when heroes rise, Jason, when the tasks seem to be mammoth. That is when the heroes show up. So can she be a hero for St. Vincent and the Grenadines here today? Fortune will not make it easy for her.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Only one.
Just 1.
Nothing more.
Maybe playing it a little straighter. Would have gone to the boundary.
Yeah, definitely will have challenged the boundary and asked the fielders to run across and try and cut off. But instead it went straight to the fielder. Good field placing by Fletcher. And I must say how impressed I am with the return of the bowlers for Team Grenada. They really stuck to their task and trying to keep that ball wicket to wicket, keep attacking the stumps.
Yeah.
Neatly turned to back of the square. Stephen seemed to be someone who likes to rotate strike, Jason. So let's hope that Glasgow can feel comfortable with her in there, and maybe that is what they need to really make a launch at the total. I haven't really seen her go over the top.
Tantalizing delivery outside the off stump, but staying low.
Interestingly, the sun has been hid. So what you have now is a really cool condition out there. Team Grenada will like the sort of condition that they're in now.
Oh, this could be danger here.
Gosh, Louis, stingy.
Got to be more alert now. But that's a good chance. Got to take more of these chances. Stevens needs to be alert. You mentioned the running between the wickets a while ago. Stevens need to be alert, especially to the ball that is behind. It's not her call. It's your partner's call. So when your partner says, let's go, you run fast.
Don't know how late Glasgow intends to leave the big hitting too, but I dare say she needs to start looking to hit big.
Ooh. Fletcher would like the look of that.
With every dot ball, the required rate is just mounting. What is required is really getting out of reach.
Oh, that's a healthy edge. No clue as to what's happening. Xavier and Stevens wouldn't mind watching this from the non-striker's end.
Yeah, that would be a good place to be. Leave the hitting to the more experienced batter in Glasgow.
He beats the edge. End the over. After 13, 7 overs remaining. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is moving very slow, reminiscent of a 1964 Bedford heading up Lothar's Lane with a load of wet sugar and molasses. Couldn't get any slower than that.
Imagine viewing that or being behind that as a motorist, and you have to exercise patience because the road is pretty narrow. Definitely you will get frustrated, and I dare say I think the St. Vincent and the Grenadine girls just may be frustrated at this point because there seemed to be no letting up of pressure.
There wasn't many vehicles on the road back then, so the option of having to stay in a line of traffic was almost negligible. It's a good ball right on the stumps. Yeah, so remember it was 1964.
Yeah, we're still moving with the little tracks. You can't talk about the paved road, huh?
We've come a long way, haven't we? These Caribbean islands, especially the Windward Islands. Oh, she dropped her. She dropped her. Couldn't hold on to it. Aria Fortune put down surely what would have been a good wicket for her. Couldn't hold on to it. It was firmly struck back to her.
I think she expected it to come a little bit faster. And so you can see the hands reaching out there, but closing a little too early. Seven deliveries remaining, 78 to get. Can St. Vincent hit their way?
This is not going to get it done for sure. They need to light a fire somewhere. And, they need to charge at some point. I was about to say when push comes to shove, but for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, this is push. This is shove. Ah! Outside is beaten again.
Again, you know, I look at the lineup of many of the teams, and you can see a lot of youngsters. It's in the ranks. Stevens, another youngster, looking pretty decent. Maybe give her a few years, you know, she can get a little bit stronger. And maybe just get more confident. Definitely, you can see that she has the intelligence of playing straight and being able to play the ball and back to the ball and so on. So once they get stronger and they're confident, I think a lot can happen. This year's tournament seemed to be a tournament of exposing a lot of the youngsters for many of the teams.
If you look at the field placing here now, you can see the field has been tactically spread to avoid the singles. And basically asking St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if you want to score, you've got to go over the top. Raquel Williams will continue from the commentary booth end. So Afi Fletcher, after 2, has taken a rest. Just one.
Look for it, eh? Eh?
Williams doing a pretty decent job. She's in her last over, will complete her spell.
Can't get it past point.
Williams.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines up against the 8 ball, so to speak. They're 44 for 5. And we're inside over number 15. Being asked to get 120, which we thought and everyone else thought was pretty gettable. Glasgow is looking to dissect the onside. Only 4 fielders on the onside and still picking out. That's Anisha Thomas there at mid-wicket. We've got a mid-wicket on the boundary. Square leg in. There's a hit. No, yes, no. And this should be trouble here. That's trouble. Yes, the umpire raises the finger and she's gone. So she's gone. Xavier Stevens is run out. She's gone. Challenged the field, only 3 fielders on the onside, and we was just saying that one of them was at a square leg. She picked out the square leg. Good shot from Glasgow, picking out the square leg. The square leg was a little bit deep, but was always coming in. And that was Thomas. Anisha Thomas kept low. And a good return to the wicketkeeper. The rest is history. St. Vincent 44 for 6.
Yeah, I think the throw from Thomas was the key there. Keeper not having much to do, but just to whip off the bails in a flash, and that made the difference. Had she had to move left or right, I think she may have been home. But a good throw, good recovery through there from Thomas, ensuring that Grenada gets the wicket off Stevens. So Stevens run out. Again, it's sort of bittersweet. One would have hoped that you would get run out, maybe trying to turn ones into twos and not really running a single and getting run out. At this stage, you need more than singles. And so I would view that wicket as needless.
Oh. The mid wicket has come up now, shorter. So there's a short mid on, there's a long on, and a square leg on the onside. Another chance, another shout for run out, but all's well that ends well. The key to this St. Vincent and the Grenadines innings lies squarely on the shoulder of Janella Glasgow now. She's been there for almost an hour. She's been there for almost an hour and has only scored 19 runs. She is probably the most accomplished cricketer in the side. So if you're going to stay there for this length of time, you might as well bat all the way through and in an attempt to bat all the way through, go after the bowling.
Yeah. Need to go after the bowling. You can't just settle in and bunker down early, drop anchor, way before you got to your port and just waiting out there for God knows what.
Can't bat for an hour and just on 20. The run rate is one thing, your scoring rate is another. Again. Fortune. Not holding on to it. Good afternoon to my good friend Chenny Joseph. He's at work and listening to the cricket. As a matter of fact, it's after work. It's minutes to 5. It's now 25 to 5. That's a good shot. Turned into the onside. One is a call, a misfield. They will come back for the second. Comfortably so. And taking her eyes off it at the very last second. Losing sight of it. And the St. Vincent being able to turn what was 1 into 2. So they wouldn't mind that, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They need to do that. Put the fielders under pressure. Run the first one hard. Give yourself a chance. She's going straight back over the ball ahead. Will this carry? Oh, that was such a brilliant effort. Had got a hand state but couldn't hold on to it. Got her hand state but couldn't hold on to it. Looks like Karina Noel down there. Yeah. Got a hand state but couldn't hold on to it. Surely saved 4 runs.
Well, I think the umpire signaled 6.
Did he?
But definitely she saved 4 runs there because I think they ran 2.
Come on!
She's going again, this time straighter along the ground. Just 1. No chance of the second. Oh, and now they get it. No, this is sloppy work in the field here now, surely. This is sloppy work in the field here. No need for that. 1 was 1, a misfield. And there's no need for that. So you're in control. Don't do anything foolish if you're Grenada. You've got to maintain composure. More importantly, the selectors are on the ground. You know they're here.
Yeah, and this is what pressure does. No need for Grenada to be under pressure, but they placed themselves under pressure and gave away that extra run. But I'm saying this is what was needed earlier.
The call is one. Frederick decides to take on the arm. A direct hit. A direct hit. Oh, look at that. That was nothing but sheer brilliance. A direct hit. And the dangerous Janelle Glasgow is run out. Well, they had to take chances. They had to take chances. They had to take chances. And that's what happened when you take chances when you're up against the 8 ball. But Janella Glasgow surely was carrying the St. Vincent and the Grenadines innings. And a beautiful bit of work in the field there by Williams, Raquel Williams, and taking a shot at the stumps and clipping the bails. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines are out in the Atlantic, leaking water with no lifeboat, no lifeguard. And boy, they're heading for disaster. 57 for 7.
Yeah, one has to really feel it for Glasgow. Being out via the run-out route. Nothing there in the wicket that suggested that she would have gotten out, but choosing to run a risky run, ball heading straight to the fielder, who composed herself and made a really good return. We don't have the review, but I dare say this one seemed to be a bit closer than what we may see with the naked eye. But the umpire, who is in the better position, made the call, so she would feel that maybe she's let her team down, not being able to stay to the end.
Oh. Another possible chance going down there. Was that the story? St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 4 overs remaining. Need to find a whole lot of runs. 57 for 7.
24 deliveries, 63 runs to get. Looking at this, it's more than just an uphill task. Batters at this stage may just look to try to find some form.
You use the word form, surely they've been in class. Afi Fletcher is back into the attack. Oh, cramping the batter for room. And Jenna Frederick and Shema Kwashi, the 2 new batters for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Frederick being cramped for room there.
Will be really tough on these 2 batters.
Oh, she's on a good line, Afi Fletcher, is she? Just maybe the batter would be better advised to just come forward a little bit. Don't play back. Not to Afi Fletcher. So well struck, well driven, dissecting the field. That's a great shot. The call is 1. They're going to come back for 2. Deciding wisely against it. It would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, Fletcher just looking as if she's just having a net, not really being put under pressure. So she's just trying to get through the pieces, trying to just see what the batters have to offer. When there's no pressure on you, you tend to just be so relaxed that the ball flows a little bit thicker than honey.
Well, what this does effectively is possibly set up a good day tomorrow. It's close. Yeah, what it has done is set up a good day tomorrow because St. Vincent and the Grenadines up against it today. They lose today and they will have to play Dominica tomorrow. And St. Lucia beating St. Lucia beating Dominica today have themselves already in the finals and look as if they're staring down a rematch of the 50 over finals between Grenada and St. Lucia. So that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we have to remember Grenada are the defending champions in the T20 format. And so definitely a rematch with St. Lucia. Grenada will look to be victorious and defend their title.
That's excessively outside the off stump. Should have even tried to run one there. The wicketkeeper was not in position. It should have been a single. St. Vincent and the Grenadines need to stay alert. Cassie Williams can't hold on to anything. She's very quiet behind the stumps as well. Not even holding a conversation.
Yeah, and that's not really Cassie Williams. We know her to be very chirpy. She's moving pretty gingerly, so I'm not certain that she's in the best fitness of fitness right now. Seem to be holding the back, maybe getting a little stiff, a little tight. So seem to be struggling a bit.
Oh, she's working up some pace here, Karina Noel. She's got to maintain a good line. The length is good. She just wants to come a little closer to the batter. She's operating on maybe a 6th stump. Needs to come back maybe about a 4th. Better and bold. Better ball and bold. Yes, needed to come back a lot closer. And it was a slow delivery too. Pace taken off. You can see it. And clipping the stumps. And St. Vincent, a 61 for 8.
Yeah, again, good sense. Good sense there from Noel, recognizing that, you know, you have the batter beaten when you pitch it outside the off stump, deciding to pitch that one on the line of the stump, and the batter missing, playing down the wrong line, and being bold. A little bit of celebration there by Noel, who has had a really good game, taking a brilliant return catch, making a brilliant effort a while ago, pulling down a strike from Glasgow, and now picking up another wicket. So she's really had a good game today. Noel seems to be in good spirits.
Well, 3 of the 8 wickets down belongs to her. As Noel, she bowled McKee, caught and bowled Durant, as you said, and now she's clean bowled Kwashi. Homer, yes.
She also took the catch.
Noel.
Yeah,
Yes.
so she's been all about.
Tantalizingly close outside the off stump. Indecision by the batter. Arika Hooper called in to try and steer St. Vincent home. Again. This time a coat of varnish, saving the edge. of the over. At the end of 18, 61 for 8. St. Vincent and the Grenadines well adrift.
Yeah, they are well adrift. Seems like they're just on their way to China, and communication may have failed, and they seem to be lost somewhere in the middle of nowhere, going nowhere.
A good friend of mine once gave a joke saying that the pilot said he has good news and he has bad news. The good news is that you're ahead of schedule. The bad news is that you're lost. Oh, well, that was tangled. That was weaving a web literally around Frederick. Played over, round and round about it. Was lucky to still have a wicket preserved.
Grenada having a really good time out there today, not really challenged.
So she's going, that's a good shot. Needed more of that, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's gone for 4. Over wideish mid-wicket.
Where has Frederick been all this innings, Jason?
In the hut.
Well, Frederick seemed to understand what is needed. It's just a little too late, but Frederick has come out with an intention that she's going to put back to ball.
Well, she understood the assignment. That should have been the assignment from about 15 overs ago.
I dare say even if she gets out now, she would have one of the high strike rate among the batters who came out to play for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
She got the boundary off Affy Fletcher. So that will be encouraging for her. And again, more carnage. Batters looking to go after the bowling. A little bit too late. Too late for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The run rate has been attached to a rocket now. It has gone way past what we can even imagine. And at the end of the over, with just 6 deliveries remaining, St. Vincent needs to find 50. Do the math quickly.
54 in 6 deliveries. But I like Frederick. I like what I see. You're going down, but you're going down fighting. You're not in the contest where you're in a boxing match and you just lean up against the rope and receiving punches. She's punching back. I like to see that.
Well, she's on strike now. Let's see. She's got Karina Noel trying to finish off her spell. She's going to try and close off this innings. So let's see.
Let's see how much she can get from the final 6 deliveries. I'm backing her.
Well, you keep backing her. She's heading back to the pavilion. And she's gone.
Yeah, I still backed her, you know. I like her intent. Get back to ball. I mean, yes, we up against it. But, hey, I got to show that I got some skills. And I like her approach.
Noel picked up another wicket. And Noel now 4 wickets. She's into her 4th over. She's gone for 9 runs only. An economy rate of 2.84. The only other Grenadian bowler with an economy rate of that stature, Affy Fletcher. She's bowled 4 overs for 9 runs. Just picking up 1 wicket at an economy rate of 2 1/4. But the pick of the bowlers, Karina Noel, she's picked up 4 wickets already and still have 5 deliveries remaining. She could get a fifer because Vanessa Boucher has been called in to try and see St. Vincent home without losing another wicket. Not a betting man. Not a betting man.
That's mirror.
I would say that's a
Right
tall
arm
order.
over, 5 deliveries.
Noel with her tail up, I know definitely she will be looking for the fifer. And so she will come hard at her. Does she have the defense to keep her out?
First stroke seems to have the defense mechanism attached to it. Just playing through the line of that delivery probably would have sent the ball straighter. She would have picked up a run or two. Just following through with the shot. And maybe Afi Fletcher would want to bring the fielders in closer to give Karina Noel the opportunity for a fifer here. Just maybe. The question has been asked. The umpire says no. Davis says he thinks that's going down leg or maybe clip something. Let's see. Maybe a little bit high.
Yeah, I want to agree with you, Jason. I think it's time that she bring the field in. Maybe look to capitalize on maybe a miss hit, an edge or something that at least Noel can pick up that fifer.
Similar delivery again. Height being the issue. So that's the story here at Lassa Jess in St. David. Another epic final being set up tomorrow between St. Lucia and Grenada. They met in the finals of the 50-over tournament. On Wednesday, St. Lucia coming out on top after a batting collapse by Grenada. Grenada would look to reverse that. St. Lucia, on the other hand, would like to prove that it was no fluke. So another enthralling encounter set up for tomorrow. St. Vincent and Dominica will battle for third place. But Grenada and St. Lucia will be in the championship match. Grenada will defend their title tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely a really good contest to look forward to. Looking at what has happened in the 50-over format, you know that it's going to be interesting. St. Lucia came out on top. Grenada had the opportunity to really bring home the bacon, but they couldn't. And so I know in this T20 format, they would really be backing themselves as we see the end of the innings.
Well, that's it, 67. Grenada has reduced St. Vincent and the Grenadines to 67 for 9 in their 20 overs in search of 120. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines never looked the part from the beginning. They were up against it from the second over, losing their first wicket in the second over. And it was all an uphill battle from the second over. Grenada taking control, maintaining the advantage all the way through to the end. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines barely getting past 50, totaling 67 for 9. Scores, double-digit scores only from Janella Glasgow, who was brilliantly run out by Raquel Williams for 31. And after that, well, the next score in double digits was extras, 12. Everyone else was single digits all the way down.
Yeah, it's really not a good card reading for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I think the fans and the supporters of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be disappointed in the response of their team. But Grenada, kudos to them. They, from the onset, from over number 1, they put some pressure onto the St. Vincent batting attack, and definitely they could not respond. And so easy victory here for Grenada, which puts them in a position to play St. Lucia in the finals, the T20 finals tomorrow, right here at the Lassa Jess playing field. Definitely a good day of cricket to look forward to.
Well, let's take a quick look at the bowling figures. Karina Noel opened the bowling for Grenada, and in her spell, which just ended, she only went for 10 runs off 4 overs. That was brilliant. And picking up 4 wickets at an economy rate of just exactly 2.5. She picked up 4 wickets and was involved in a magnificent catch. And After that, of course, we had Holly Charles picking up 1 from her over, single over 5 runs. Francois went for 12 off her 4, picking up 1. And Affy Fletcher went for 9 off her 4, picking up 1. That's the bowling card for Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All out 67 for 9. We put a wrap on the day, and we look forward to tomorrow. St. Vincent and the Grenadines up against it. We see you tomorrow. Clyde Rondell John, Jason Skeet, my name. And until we meet again tomorrow on behalf of our production team, good evening, everybody. And the finals is set for tomorrow at Lassa Jess. Beautiful, but different.
Beautiful, but different. 9:30 kickoff time. Please be around.